Hey, it's Running Man. Hey, okay. You guys know the look. Anybody remember the 1970s rock star look? Well, they had long hair and all that, right? But they had one other thing they had going on, and that was the crotch bulge look. And if you look back on any, I'm not going to post any pictures because it's a bit flamey, but if you think of any, go back and look at any rock stars. They had in the 70s. They always had tight pants, and they had like a bulge going down their leg, right? Now, I don't know if these guys were stuffing socks in there. I heard all kinds of rumors in the 70s. I'd love to hear if anybody knows anybody in the rock industry. I'd love to hear the what those guys did back then because it's just like every rock star was packing, right? Packing heat. And I tell you one thing about fashion, right? Is there's a lot of bullshit fashion out there that just doesn't make any sense. I mean, to me, like most of the fashion girls are wearing these days is just to impress other girls. Like it just doesn't. No guys that I know it does anything for. So many lame girls' fashions these days. But for guys, like you don't really want to. Like we're not like fashionistas, right? So it's like, what can you do? It's simple that increases your chances of getting some pussy, right? And doesn't cost a lot of money, and you can do easily, right? I'll tell you a story. I bought a pair of jeans when I was on vacation one time in the States, and I don't remember where it was, but it was someplace in one mall in Minnesota I was visiting, and I was visiting Don, actually, my mentor. And so I went into this place, and he left us there for like an hour, so we had a little bit of time, and he was doing something. And I saw these jeans on sale, so I tried them on. They fit perfectly and looked totally cool, nice color and everything, but they just had a little bit like, I don't know, it's like weird. It has this weird feeling, right? I didn't realize, like, and then they were really good deals. So I thought, okay, yeah, fuck it, I'll get these, right? So bought the jeans, put them on, wore them, and they had this kind of weird feeling in the crotch, but it was like, whatever. They were cool, they were cheap. I was stoked on them. So I wore them, and then like a couple weeks later, I was walking down the street, and this girl said to me, wow. She goes, you have a huge dick. And I was just like, literally, I looked at her like, I didn't even know what she said. I couldn't even it didn't even register in my mind that what she was talking about. And then I said, excuse me? And she goes, you have a huge penis or something. I go, and I looked down. I'm like thinking, who's she talking about? So I looked down, and sure enough, I got this huge bulge in my crotch. And then I thought to myself, I went home that night, and I looked at those pants again that I was wearing, and I realized that they have this weird thing where like the zipper, under the zipper, that seam under there, it's like it was lifted up there. So it was like you cut out like an inch of the jeans and you pulled it up a little bit, right? And just so your nuts, your sack and stuff all hangs off to the side, right? And I was like, whoa, these pants are awesome. So I started wearing those pants a lot, and I always had very good reaction. So it's kind of a subtle thing, and you look at this thing, man. This is fair shit. This is fair game, guys. And you look at any girls, right? And like a lot of girls wear push-up bras, right? And we don't complain about it. In fact, once we, like you get them in the sack and you realize it was kind of a push-up bra, it's like fine, whatever. You're stoked, you're happy, and you might even push them up yourself with your hands, right, just to kind of get the same look there. But the girls I never seem to mind, and they're always very happy. And so I think this is a very good tip, dressing tip, fashion tip for grown men, is like just look for the jeans that just fit right. So you want it. Basically, the theory is this, and is like you want your sack and everything to hang the opposite way. So if it always hangs to the left, you just whip it over the top of that thing, put it on the other side, right? And if it always goes to the left, you whip it over to the left, right? So and then you'll get that look, that rock star look, and it's a certain type of pants that do it. It's not easy to find. If I find a brand that I think is really cool, I'll let you guys know. Because I think it's a funny fucking thing because it's very subtle, right? It's very, very subtle. And you know who's going to notice it the most is the girls that are DTF, right? The ones that are down for it. Those are the ones that are going to notice, right? And the other ones might not notice, or they might even be disgusted, the ones that aren't into it, which is fine with me. That's, it's kind of like trolling for fish, right? It's not an active thing. I don't recommend a lot of active things to people. I mean, sorry, inactive or like passive things to people. I like to be active. Like I like to go up and have the balls to go up and talk to girls, get their numbers, and take them get them in the sack, right? But it never hurts to have a plastic thing too. It's like you got your fishing boat, right? And you're chumming the water for sharks, right? As you're cruising along, drinking beer, doing whatever else you're doing fishing, you're chumming the waters, and then you can see some cool sharks, right? So same thing with this. It's just like chumming the waters. Again, it's not a fix. It's not like something I recommend. I don't like walking dogs, even though I know girls love dogs, and it's a great way to meet girls. I recommend doing things that so that keep you in the groove of life. So you have to always be, you have to be improving yourself at all times. But when it comes to getting laid, having a girl hop on it, not a bad idea to do a little thing once in a while that gives you just a little bit of extra boost there. And it's nice too because girls never suspect it. They never suspect that you did it on purpose. It's like they always think like it's just like on accident, right? It's just you're just sitting there, like you might even have it like there, and you're kind of standing near her at the desk or something, right? And then she's going to notice, but you're just standing there going, "Hey, do you know how this algorithm, blah blah blah," and she's like looking at it, and then if she's stoked, then things will happen. So either way, there's Ronin Man's fashion tip. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks again for the comments. Thanks again for the likes. Totally digging this whole thing. So Ronin Man signing off. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the red button, and post this thing around and tell some other people. We're just starting to get some good views. It's on Reddit now, and one of the posts got some pretty good views, so we're just starting to get the word out. Thanks for any help that you can give. I appreciate it.